Welcome back to Lean Muscle Gains. This is part 4. And if you've been following along, congrats. You officially know more about building muscle than your average gym bro with a shaker cup full of lies. So far, we've covered training and nutrition, how to lift heavy, eat smart, and avoid becoming either a string bean or a walking fridge. But here's the thing. How do you actually know if it's working? Like, are you building muscle? Or just slowly turning into a softer, rounder version of your former self? Let's be real, the scale can't tell you that. It'll go up if you gain muscle. It'll go up if you gain fat. It'll go up if you eat a salty burrito and forget to poop. So today, we're going to show you how to measure real progress, the kind that matters. Photos, measurements, strength gains, body signals, even how your pants fit. Because nothing says, "I'm growing," like bursting out of your jeans in public and pretending it was on purpose. We're not chasing random numbers here. We're tracking the stuff that actually proves your hard work is paying off. Let's talk about the most overused and least helpful tool in most people's fitness journey: the scale. That sleek little square sitting in your bathroom, silently judging you every morning. You wake up, step on it, squint at the number, and suddenly your entire mood is held hostage by a decimal. But here's the truth no one likes to admit. The scale is kinda like your ex, full of mixed signals and terrible at giving context. You can be up 2 kilos overnight, not because you got fat, but because you had some salty food, drank more water, or, let's be real, haven't pooped yet. Yeah, I said it. Weight fluctuates constantly. You could gain muscle and still weigh the same. You could lose fat and the number won't budge. You could eat one late night kebab and suddenly the scale thinks you're bulking. And yet, we treat it like the ultimate progress report. It's not. It's just a tool, and a misleading one at that, if you don't know what you're looking for. So, if you're stepping on the scale every morning like it's a spiritual ritual and freaking out every time it moves, take a deep breath. Step off, because the number doesn't mean what you think it means. You're not a failure because your weight went up. You didn't magically get shredded because it went down. It's not a reflection of your hard work, your progress, or your worth. It's a data point, not a damn personality test. Now, that doesn't mean throw the scale out the window unless it really pisses you off, in which case, I won't stop you. But it does mean this. Use it in context. Track it alongside other indicators. Because the scale only shows one part of the puzzle, and the full picture, that takes a different approach. See, if you really want to know whether your training and nutrition are doing their job, you need to zoom out. You need more than just numbers. You need evidence. Let's start with the most underrated tool in the game: progress photos. And no, I'm not talking about thirst traps in front of your bathroom mirror with suspicious lighting and your hips slightly turned like you're on a Tinder profile. I'm talking real progress photos. Same lighting, same pose, same background. Minimal flex, minimal ego. Just you, showing up consistently. Because the mirror lies daily. Your brain is biased. But side-by-side photos, they don't care about your feelings. They show you the real deal. Then there's the tape measure. Old school. Absolutely. But reliable? Hell yes. Wrap it around your waist, chest, arms, thighs. Do it every couple weeks. No sucking in, no creative breathing, just straight measurements. And when your arms go from A to O, you'll know. When your waist shrinks but your scale weight stays the same, that's muscle in, fat out. That's progress you can't see in a number alone. Now, if you're feeling brave, or just a little masochistic, bring in skinfold calipers. They sound fancy, but they're basically just fat-pinching tweezers. Use them right, and you'll get a pretty decent estimate of body fat percentage. Use them wrong, and you'll just feel like you got roasted by science. If you've got access to the high-tech stuff, like a DEXA scan or in-body machine, go for it. They're accurate, but expensive. Think of them like the Tesla of tracking tools. Not necessary, but cool to have. Just don't get obsessed with the exact numbers. Whether it says you're 14.2% body fat or 15.6% doesn't really matter. What matters is the trend. Are you moving in the right direction over time? Because that's the key to all of this. No tool is perfect. No method gives you everything. But when you combine them, photos, measurements, gym performance, and yeah, even the scale, you get a clear picture. Not just a number, a narrative. And here's where it really clicks. You stop relying on, I think I look better, or I feel kinda stronger, and start knowing you've got proof, data, receipts. And the best part, it all starts to loop. Your training feels better because you see the growth. You eat smarter because you're watching your body change. You stay consistent because now your results aren't just a feeling, they're visible. You're not guessing, you're tracking. And that's how you win the long game. Now let's shift from how you look to how you lift. Because if there's one type of progress that never lies, it's performance. Let's say your weight hasn't changed. Your abs are still hiding like a shy raccoon, but your bench press is up by 10 kilos. Your squats feel smoother, and you're hitting rep PRs on exercises that used to humble you. That's real progress, and it's the kind that flies under the radar if you're only chasing aesthetics. Remember this, your body adapts to demands, not desires. If you're lifting more than last month, doing more reps, pushing more volume, you're creating a demand your body has to respond to, and that response is growth. This is why tracking your workouts is just as important as tracking your meals or your macros. You wouldn't just guess how much protein you ate, right? So don't just wing it in the gym either. Start simple. Write it down, the weight, the sets, the reps. Use your phone, a notebook, or even a crumpled napkin if you have to. Just log it. Keep an eye on training volume, which is just sets times reps times weight. It sounds boring until you realize it's the secret sauce behind hypertrophy. You increase volume over time, your muscles grow. You don't, they won't. It's that simple. And look, sometimes the scale's not moving, the mirror's being a jerk, and you start to doubt yourself. But if you're hitting more reps with the same weight, or lifting heavier for the same reps, you're winning. And here's the real kicker. Performance often improves before your physique does. It's like planting seeds. You water them, you wait, nothing happens, and then boom, growth. Same thing here. So trust your logbook, respect your numbers, and remember, when in doubt, check the barbell, it never lies. Unless it's an off-brand gym bar that weighs 16 kilograms and gaslights you. In that case, carry on. We've all been there. All right, we've covered the visible, the measurable, and the heavy liftable. But now we're diving into something a bit more internal. You know, that stuff you feel but can't quite explain? Yeah, we're talking about biofeedback. Now before you roll your eyes and think, bro, I just want to get swole, not vibe with my chakras. Just hear me out. Biofeedback is basically your body's way of talking to you. But instead of yelling, it whispers. You just have to listen. Start with energy levels. Do you have gas in the tank throughout the day? Or are you needing 4 coffees and a nap just to survive lunchtime? Energy says a lot. If you're training hard but also sleeping like trash and dragging through the day, you might not be recovering. You might be doing too much. Or you might just be dehydrated and living on caffeine and denial. Next up, mood and motivation. If you normally love training but suddenly you're like, maybe I'll just reorganize my sock drawer instead. That's a red flag. Mental burnout is real. Motivation dips can be normal, but if it's a pattern, time to reassess. Then there's the big one, recovery. How sore are you? Is it, oh, I worked out sore, or I need a mobility scooter to get to the fridge sore? Constant soreness means your body isn't bouncing back. And guess what? Muscles don't grow during training. They grow during recovery. So, if you're never fully recovering, you're leaving gains on the table. Let's talk sleep. Not just quantity, but quality. Are you waking up refreshed? Or groggy, irritated, and wondering why your dreams included your gym crush laughing at your deadlift? Sleep is your body's natural anabolic window. That's when hormones like growth hormone and testosterone do their magic. And if you're skimping on sleep, you're literally blocking your own gains. No pre-workout can fix that. And finally, ask yourself how your body feels in general. Joints achy, libido tanked, appetite all over the place? These are all signals. Not always obvious, not always sexy, but 100% relevant. Here's the key takeaway. Progress isn't just about what you lift or what you look like. It's also about how well your body is functioning. So check in with yourself. Be honest, because a strong body without strong recovery is like a sports car with a flat tire. It looks cool, sure, but it's not going anywhere fast. All right, so you're lifting harder, eating smarter, and maybe even listening to your body for the first time since puberty. Now what? Now you track it. Look, I get it. Tracking sounds boring, like homework for gym people. But trust me, it's not about being a spreadsheet bro. It's about not guessing. Because if you're going to put in all this work, you might as well keep receipts. Start with the training log. It doesn't have to be fancy. Just write down what you lifted, how many sets, how many reps, and maybe a note like, felt strong, or almost threw up. Whatever helps. And over time, you'll start seeing patterns. Oh, last time I hit 8 reps with 80 kilos. Now I'm hitting 10. Boom, measurable progress. Your logbook becomes proof that you're not spinning your wheels. Same goes for nutrition, if you're tracking that. You don't have to count every single calorie, like a psycho. But do you know roughly how much protein you're eating? Are you in a surplus? Or just vibing on vibes and hope? Even just tracking your protein for a few weeks can be a game changer. Because let's be honest, a lot of people think they're eating enough, when they're really just snacking on vibes and protein bars that taste like punishment. Use whatever tool works for you. An app, a spreadsheet, your notes app with chaotic gym scribbles. Doesn't matter. Just be consistent. Because tracking doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be honest. And consistency over time will do more for your body than chasing the perfect program or perfect macro split ever will. Okay, so now you're doing everything right. You're training hard, eating like an anabolic accountant, tracking your progress like a data nerd. But here's the deal that no one talks about enough. Progress is slow, especially if you're natural, especially if you're past the newbie gains, honeymoon phase, especially if your idea of a bulk is adding half an avocado to your lunch and calling it a day. The truth is, most naturals gain about 0.25 to 0.5 kilograms of lean muscle per month. That's half a kilo max. That's like one solid steak per month. Now multiply that over a year and yes, it adds up. But week to week, you might not see much. And that's normal. In fact, the biggest mistake people make is expecting linear, visible changes every week. Like your biceps are gonna grow 0.2 centimeters per gym session. Spoiler, they won't. Progress doesn't look like a straight line. It looks like a messy stock chart. Up, down, flat, up again. Some days you feel huge. Some days you feel like a deflated balloon wearing gym shorts. But zoom out, and that's where you start to see the trend. So be patient, be realistic, and most importantly, be consistent. Because if you keep showing up, and you keep tracking, and you keep adjusting based on real feedback, not just feelings, then 6 months from now, you'll look back and realize, oh damn, I really did this. And you won't need anyone else to tell you. You'll have the photos, the numbers, the lifts, the logs, the proof. And honestly, that feels a whole lot better than just seeing a lower number on the scale once and calling it a day. So by now, you've got your tools. You know not to obsess over the scale. You've got better ways to measure progress, and you're thinking long-term, not overnight transformation. And that's huge. But here's the thing most people mess up, even when they're tracking everything perfectly. They have no clue what phase they're even in. Like, bro, are you bulking, cutting, maintaining, or just stuck in limbo? Hoping the gains fairy shows up at night and blesses you? Because tracking is great, but if you don't know what your goal is, none of this matters. You might be building muscle, or you might just be accidentally getting fluffier every week and calling it mass phase vibes. So here's what I want you to do next. But before that, real quick favor, if you're down for it, drop a comment. Say literally anything. Great video. I'm tracking now. Or even just banana. Every comment helps the video get pushed, which helps me reach more people who actually need this info. I'm trying to get monetized so I can keep putting out content for free and help some other poor soul not bulk themselves straight into depression. All right, now my suggestion? Go watch a video I made a few weeks ago. It breaks down how to build muscle without getting fat, and it's all about understanding the 3 key phases: bulking, cutting, and maintaining. It's not as deep as the series, but it gives you a full overview of the big picture, so you know where you are and where to go next. If you're feeling lost about what your next move is, that's the video to watch. You'll find it on the right side of the screen, next to whatever video YouTube thinks you need. But trust me, click mine. It could be the piece that ties this whole puzzle together. Stay strong, stay smart, and as always, have a powerful bulk, my brother. Stay a chimp.